Damn, son, where'd you find this?
People don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
And one thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who act like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lied.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to a reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late. They cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll tolerate it.
This my spot. I could be king in New York. Don't keep the fame, it ain't important.
Yo. What up? Sorry about the beginning of that. Don't do the copyright stuff. Man. Blessings to everybody, though. Happy Saturday. I hope all is well with the good people. You enjoying your weekends? I hope you are. I do. Sunday's right around the corner. I can't believe how fast this year's gone. It's already about to be December. We are right around the corner from 2026. And this has definitely been a roller coaster. We got a lot to talk about. Shout outs to my poets, my writers, my content creators. Shout out to everybody who has been tapping in over the last few months. I have a question. I'm waiting on my folks to pull up for this. This is actually his piece. I don't know if we have any ladies in here. But I do have a question. You can answer now, you can answer later. What up? What up? What up? What up? My question is, if you are dealing with somebody brand new, you moved on, and you got a spouse that you've been solid with for some time, and the holidays come around, you decide, or you're asked a question based on your relationship with your ex about maybe still hanging around them, or maybe having dinner, or some type of gathering with them and their partner. Would you be okay with that? Do you think that your person will be okay with that? I'm probably phrasing this horribly. I'm waiting on my man's to cam up so he can better break this one down, because this didn't have a clip, so I'm not really sure exactly where we were going with this. Hold up. Yeah,
What's good, man? How's everything?
could be better. I ain't gonna complain. What's the word?
Ain't nothing, man. Tonight, war games, man. We gonna tackle this one though. I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to get this one right, because I think I slaughtered this this question, because I wasn't really clear on what the context was. So
Okay, so like I was talking about earlier, like we coming off the Thanksgiving and Black Friday deal, but pretty much we coming off Thanksgiving. Um, this the title of the night didn't have no video, so we don't have a video to display what we're explaining. But what it is that it's the holiday season, Thanksgiving. You're in a current you are in a current relationship or married, either or, and you share a child outside of, from a previous relationship, and your ex, baby mama, baby dad, however you want to put that in, uh couldn't couldn't uh couldn't visit or chill with their family, couldn't get with their family for dinner, and she asked to spend that time with you, to come over for dinner for a holiday meal. Now, like I said, it could be a regular relationship, uh, or you can already be married, but your ex is from, the previous relationship that you share a child with, by the way, and they're asking to come over to join you and your mate and eat dinner together for the holiday. And what we're gonna tackle tonight is, it's a lot of angles with this, by the way, but I just want to see where, people's headspace at when it comes to this. You can do this from a lot of angles, but what do you is up to you. Where do you want to start? Where do you want to slice the pie at?
where does the boundaries stop? Right? I'm gonna put it there. Where do they stop, and when do they end? when you have a conversation with somebody at the beginning of the relationship, these are questions that you need to ask. And this is rare. This is random. How do you feel about if I did X, Y, and Z? Would you be okay with that? What if we were in a scenario where you or I had this situation? Would you be okay with that? How would that work? I don't think that's a conversation that's going to come up a lot. But I would say that's a case by case. There are plenty of people who are probably going to be okay with it, just being neutral. There are folks that's not going to see a big problem with it. Now, if you ask them personally, I think it's a horrible idea. I think this is not a cartoon. I don't think this is a TV sitcom where folks just magically get along at the end of the show after hating each other for no. Now, if that's something that you and the other person sat down and decided they could be content with, your partner is involved in all of the conversations and they met your ex, vice versa, and they have a clear understanding. And I guess if that's how you want to play it, I'm sure there's folks that's okay with that. I personally, I say it just depends on your boundaries. So everybody, they have different motives, they have different preferences. You got it.
Yeah, man. It's a crazy situation. We spoke about it earlier in the week. I mean, I asked you a question about it. How would you be able to handle that on either side? Meaning, would you be comfortable? Because we on the stage. Would you be comfortable with sharing a dinner table with your ex, your kid, and her new man? She asked you to come through for the dinner. Would you be okay with that?
Well, I already told you, I'm not doing none of that. So that's why you can't make this personal. You have to speak in generalities. Don't make it personal. Me personally, no, I'm not doing it.
I mean, it's an opinion, but everybody situation is different when it comes to this topic. Everybody don't have that situation. Everybody don't have that history. I really pretty much break it down. Like, I guess it depends on the history of what you got going on. Also, you got to base it off of your current relationship. I mean, you could be fucking what, 3 months in. You just met this person. Y'all, y'all still getting to know whoever you with. You can have a new lady, whatever. Y'all still getting to know, and that pop up. Could could they come through? I'm just saying some people can handle that, is what I'm saying, and then you have some people that wouldn't prefer to be in that situation. I'm a base it off of the respect level. All of this come down to respect. You see what I'm saying? You could be it could be a situation where you dating a woman and you know, y'all dating, and she wants her folks to come over for dinner. You see what I'm saying? And depending on how y'all relationship been going, she probably don't feel the need to even ask you, you know, like it's automatic. Some people word it like, man, they're just, you know, like a what they say, like a distant relative, like they relatives. Could you buy that? Like the mother or the father of your child, y'all have been to the point where, you know, y'all are considered like an extra family member. She feels comfortable asking him to join the dinner table. Let's just say, yeah, it's a situation they could be co-parenting real well. Let's just say they get along after the fact. Some people feel like hell no. Some people feel like, what's the big deal about it? So I'm going to base it off of the history you have with that person, male or female, however you want to put it, the history you had with them first, and then the relationship that you currently have now. Is a respect there? You see, is it are y'all in a good place? You see what I'm saying? For that to be happening, communication. Would you run that past your partner? Some people might say, well, damn, they don't feel like they need to tell them. So I mean, you got your boundaries, you got your respect, but my thing is, she's asking to come over to his house with his mate and eat like a fucking family with them three on the side. You got your relationship, but then you got your family on the side for the holiday. And the reason why I wanted to do this, because it really shows the level of how people think, the maturity of how people can handle uncomfortable, you know, environments and situations. Will they be, you know, an adult about the shit? So that, like I said, I think the situation pretty much comes down to on who can handle it and who can't handle it. You got it?
Yeah, the whole thing is messy to me. I mean, again, you can have these situations where people will be okay with it, especially if you ended the relationship amicably. And what I mean is, like, yeah, one person might have done this and one person might have done that, but y'all understand that there's a bigger picture here that goes just beyond your personal feelings. We have to make sure that we still create a healthy space and environment for our kids, regardless of our falling out. If you can successfully do that, then I suppose that it'll work. In some instances, I I think I just couldn't do it personally. I couldn't, because if you've had children with somebody prior to you, does that mean that you still have some type of access to that person? And I mean, not just because of the child itself, but because you've both imprinted DNA on each other, and spiritually, you've both been imprinted on each other in ways that's only supposed to be exclusive to a husband and a wife. So does that mean because, oh, this is my child's mother or my child's father, that mean that they can spin the block at any given moment because they have shared that bond together? I guess that really depends on you. It depends on the level of maturity. If you sign up to be in a relationship with someone who already had children, that's something that you're going to have to discuss and decide if you're okay with that. In general, it's a huge gamble, a huge gamble. But I don't know. I don't know. It just really depends on the person. Am I against it? No. Do I prefer it? No. Do I advise it? No. It happens. I haven't seen any stories on it. Have you seen a situation where people do it and it don't turn ugly? Shit, I just watched a video a half an hour ago. The dude father's wife, his biological mom, had passed like a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, and his father ended up moving on with another chick, and the the chick, this was at Thanksgiving. The chick was asking the son to help them out with bills and all this other shit at Thanksgiving. They just buried his mom. Dad moved on with a. That's, I don't know. That shit messy to me, man. So I mean, you gotta think about, is this gonna be an invasion of privacy? Are they gonna feel like they can kind of just do more because they have like this weird seniority because they have kids with you versus this person who is just kind of new? Yeah, I don't think it's common either. And I don't even want to sit here and say that people who do it are weird, because I mean, shit, relationships sometimes they just don't work, and you meet somebody that might be a better fit for you. But see, that's why you got to have conversations, and you got to really figure out who these folks are before you procreate with them and you bring other people into the fold, because you don't know what type of time everybody on. But I yield the mic.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's a lot of, but I'm gonna say it's a lot of angles you can look at it, man. Because how you gonna sit there if you the dude, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say you the dude, you know what I'm saying, with with the folks, and you got you in that relationship now, and y'all doing y'all about to do y'all festivities, y'all thing, and then that come at you on the side, you know. I mean, me personally, it's I ain't got nothing to do with them, you know what I'm saying? Like they do what they do, I do what I do, like that. But to bring it together, you know, it's risky, like you said, it's risky because you don't know what can happen when that happens. You know what I'm saying? Um, for one, I'm gonna just say off the rip, it's mad disrespectful to even go to your wife like that or your partner if y'all supposed to be committed for real, and you supposed to have moved on and you with this person now, and the ex is the, you know, is the past. That's jive mad. That's jive mad disrespectful to ask them something like that. To me, like that, could they join us for, she missed her flight or whatever, could they join us for dinner? For one, you in the middle of that. You the man. Whether you got a daughter, son, however, whatever going on, you bringing them over there. Then you got your kid, which over there. You see what I'm saying? They right there. They see you the father. They see their mom, boom, and then they know that's your folks, your longtime girlfriend or your wife. Let's just say your wife, whatever. That's crazy because you kind of like in the middle of that, and you responsible for however that turn out. I don't care what happens. That falls directly on the dude. You went to her and asked her to do that, whether she said yeah or nah. You see what I'm saying? It was your idea to bring that shit together. You see what I'm saying? Instead of keeping it separated. Then let's just say y'all they eating food. You know how females are. They didn't both. Let's put it on the table. They both didn't had you. Let's go ahead and put that on the table. They both know what you're about in there. So a little competition might arise. She might feel like she did you better than her. That's just how it go. Now she got to show her that. And while we on the topic, baby mamas do feel like they got the rank if because they got your kid, if you didn't take it to the next level with the newbie. If you ain't do that yet, yeah, they feel like they over them. I don't care if y'all together and doing y'all thing, none of that. They feel like because they got your kid, yada yada yada, that they should, you should give them a little more respect than who you with. But I don't really think it should even come out of that because it's about who you with and what you can create with who you with. You probably was with her and couldn't get to none of the levels you are now with this one. So it's about the person. That shit come down to personalities, all that. It's females do this to dudes a lot. They probably like we was talking about the shit earlier with main man in court with the 12 partners she had on him. She would have did him like that. Look at all them people she was with. She could have had any one of them guys join them for dinner, and he probably would have sat down and ate his turkey, man. You know what I'm saying? How that look when you're in a relationship with your fiance or whatever y'all about to take it, and she brings somebody in her past that already been through there with her in your home, man. I mean, you gotta feel some type of disrespect if he's sitting at your table with y'all. You know what I'm saying? She coming at you like this a friend type thing. We just get along. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of angles you can chop this up. Now you in that spot. You with her now, and now he's sitting at the table. No, he didn't been with her before and all that, and you with her now. You see what I'm saying? And you gotta eat your meal like that. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, or you go over there and you eating dinner with the stepfather. He got your kid over there too. You slide through. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, it definitely comes down to personalities and who's mature, who ain't gonna go off the Richter, who gonna cause a scene pretty much in front of the child. You showing them some fucked up shit if you do that. You know what I mean? Or it's better that you don't even put yourself in that position. But I do, going back to what I said, I do feel like depending on who you're dating, we're just gonna go with the couple situation. I think it's mad disrespectful to even ask your dude or your woman that that's what you about to do for dinner. That's who coming over here. I mean, what the hell that got to do with what we got going on? So to me, when I heard it, it almost felt like, yeah, it's cool that y'all get along and stuff like that. That's fine. That's some mature ass shit that y'all can get along and y'all both look after y'all kid, and that's cool. I'm with all that. I'm just saying when it come down to the relationship piece and you with me now and all that, that's that get out of hand right there. That part. That's the part that kind of, you stepping over the boundaries. Cause I feel like if you can tell me that, right, and that it's all good, we get along, could they come over, then yeah, it's some type of interest right there. We spoke about it many, many, many streams before. You leaving the damn door open. I don't care I don't care how long you was with that person. If you can do something like that and tell them that they can come over and all that, and could they come over? We all right. You leaving that door open for something to come down the line, or a possibility of y'all doing something behind the new person or the husband or the wife back, because you still got them around you. You entertaining the possibility, even if you don't have it, it's entertainment. That's why I look at it. If they come to your dinner table, you're entertaining old shit. You got it.
If the wife, or wait a minute, if the child's mother doesn't get the ring, but the other woman gets the ring, then who technically got the what's the word I'm looking for? The seniority, right? So the end goal, marriage. The greatest gift that you can give a man is a child. So if he doesn't give you the ring but gives you a child, but gives the other person the ring without the child, you don't see how wired that is, how backwards that is. Because what you saying is, I was good enough to give you something that's supposed to come during marriage. I gave it to you before marriage, but I wasn't good enough to get the actual marriage. But you're going to give it to somebody else. The person who didn't get the ring is probably going to always feel like they have seniority over the person with the ring, because they feel like I gave you something that means more than the ring. So now what? You got this person that feels entitled to pretty much walk through whatever door that they want, because, well, hey, it was before it was you and them, it was me and you. How you gonna tell me no? But then you got your partner, or your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, or your guy that's saying, nah, you ain't with them no more. You're over here. So I'm gonna need a little more respect for what we doing over here. I nah, I'm not I'm not feeling that. Whatever you do successfully with your ex, You do it separately from this. That does not come over here into this house because it's definitely going to get messy. 100%. I don't trust it, and it has nothing to do with insecurity. It's one of them things where you sign up for it, so you gotta deal with what come with that. That means that they know this person's body, they know this person intimately beyond just sex. They know their buttons. They know how to make them laugh, irritate them. They know how to get under their skin. They know just about everything you know, but probably then something because they have a deeper history with them folks. And if you still on good terms with them to the point to where you can invite them over and all that, nah, y'all ain't have no conversations about that. Have the conversations about that shit, period. Go ahead and figure out if you want to entertain that. Don't wait until the holidays come around and then you got your family over and then your girl or your guy done brought their ex to the house and your folks is looking at you like, what the hell is going on here? Nah, you need to know if you can deal with that or not. Some people can. A lot of people would rather not. Are you with the mic?
Yeah, that's some serious work right there, man. Going back to what you said with the child, the baby moms and the wife, you know, like you said, the greatest gift for a woman, to give a man is a child, and the greatest gift for a man to give a woman is his last name at marriage. So we talked about it earlier with the with men have to be the prize. It's no other way. Women, I know women feel like they the prize and all that. I get it. But the end game is the ring. Everybody get in this game to get that ring. You know, it's a lot of bragging rights. You seen the woman the videos we did back. She said take her through there. She got that ring. Not to cook, not to clean, but she did all that and got that bling. But my thing is that's why women that's what women strive to be. They want that. They want that end game. And if you're good enough to a man and he give you that end game, then the child of course come after that. Well, it's supposed to come after that. But if you have a child um before a man give you that security, that sureness that he gonna be with you, then you setting yourself up to be a single mom. Yeah. I don't care what. If a man don't marry a woman first and she, get pregnant first, very rarely a man follows up with that bling after that. It's been done. I'm not saying it ain't never been done. It's been done. A man got a woman pregnant and then married her after that. It happens. But typically, no. We ain't gonna lie on this joint. Once 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 she open her legs and give him that child and she get pregnant, it's yeah. She's gonna be to her own devices. Her her value comes down. But heading back to this, man, it's just only thing I can say is that like when it comes to that situation, either or a man or a woman gonna see his partner, you know, interact with somebody that they already done had, man. That's pressure because without without saying nothing, we're just observing it. You're going to know at the end of that dinner where you rank at. You gonna know, and really, it's going to probably destroy the relationship. To be honest, as a man, if you in that position as a man, you know what I'm saying. You with her now. Let's just say, yeah, you with her. You with her now. Y'all dating, and her ex come over. They got a child. You know what I'm saying, and she invited her ex over to y'all dinner. And here you go. You in that role. That's your position. As a man, on the man side, you supposed to already know that now that you with this woman, that you got to be secure as a man to the point where that's that's the person she chose to have a kid with. Let's put that on the table. And it didn't work out. Plus she probably had other exes before that guy. And you're currently, I guess, fiance role, or you about to take it a step further, y'all going all the way. You supposed to, as a man, you supposed to always feel secure, with yourself over the ex, man. You can't get like that. If you do, if you show that insecurity, that's weakness, man. You can't be like that. The bottom line is the woman, the woman is with you. She chose you. She respects you now. And it's very important, especially in a situation like that, if she has her ex to come to the dinner table and you're her man, you're her current man, it's very important for you to stand tall, because if you don't, if you bend, you might as well say sayonara to whatever y'all had built or what was going on. She is going to flex on your head, on your helmet, if you do that in front of that ex, man. She want to know, because in a situation like that, from a female standpoint, she want to know if when that come around, she want to know if you gonna be that dude. Are you that dude for real or not? That's what that means. Yeah, we could talk about the disrespect that she asking the dude to come over, whatever, somebody she been with, whatever. But you also gonna know if they still have a chemistry, or her chemistry with you is more stronger and it surpassed their chemistry. You gonna know all of that. And if her bond with you is stronger, then it's no point to be insecure about another dude, because you already know whoever he is, he not messing with you in that department. He not messing with you. He can't make her feel like you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, huff and puff and say it, but it's gonna be noticeable. He gonna feel it. Whoever the ex is, he gonna understand that too. Without it have to be, flexed on each other. You ain't got to do that. Flex your manhood like that, but it's the woman gonna display that. But if you in that position, you're going to know hypergamy. We talk about hypergamy all the time. You're going to know who the woman respects the most. You're gonna know that when that dinner over with. You're gonna know who the man really is. You gonna know it. They gonna know it. So you gotta ask yourself which one you want to be. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna express themselves because they are emotional in a situation like that. And then if, on the flip to that dinner, if you the one in the middle and you got your current partner and your old partner there, and they're all at the dinner table, you also gonna know, and she's gonna know, because they emotional creatures. They're gonna feel that you still have feelings for that particular ex, or they might say, well, damn, I think y'all got more in common than we do. Or damn, she knew this about you. I didn't even know that. You're gonna have to deal with all of that when that dinner over with. So going back to what you said in the beginning, hell yeah, it's messy. Hell yeah. It don't always gotta be physical and people start fighting and yelling and screaming, but all that other little intangibles and the details of what it means, yeah, all that's coming out. All that's coming out. Cause trust me, if you in the middle of that or you on the other end of that, everybody gonna be paying attention to mannerisms to see who still if you still got the hats for her or this person still wants you. All that's gonna be detected. So it's messy. It is messy. You ain't gonna be able to escape that part. I don't care how friendly and how nonchalant, how you trying to, just go smooth with it. It's gonna come out. And after that's over with, you gonna know who's really your woman. If you in the middle of that, you gonna know if I should keep my relationship with her or maybe I should have worked stuff out with this person. That's the kind of impression you see what I'm saying. It's gonna leave everybody in when it's over with. It's not energy don't lie. I'm just gonna say that energy don't lie. Everybody gonna feel the energy. She's gonna feel if you're attracted to her more than your current one. If you're on the other end, you're gonna feel your woman being more close to this one than you, and it's all gonna be displayed through energy. She might throw him a compliment in your face. You never know. Shit get crazy.
Yeah, high risk, low reward. I'm not I'm not really interested in even putting myself in those hypothetical situations. Um, as far as I'm concerned, keep that shit separate. You never even answered the question yourself. You asked me if I what I would do in that situation. You never answered that question. I want to know.
Oh, I thought I did. I thought I did earlier. I said me personally, I wouldn't do it because of what everything I just broke down, what it can mean, and it can really ruin the relationship. And y'all ain't, you ain't got to worry about still sleeping because y'all didn't both had the person. So all that about that's out the window. It's about attractiveness, man. Like, do y'all still got a thing or not? You ain't gonna really know none of that chemistry unless you share space with these motherfuckers. They in your space and all that. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it's better to keep that separate because um it can ruin your current relationship. And I think most exes come around for that. I feel like especially if they not happy, let's just say as an ex and they don't have nobody, you do. Come on, man. That's writing on the wall. You see what I'm saying? If it ain't gonna be, I still wouldn't do it. But if it ain't gonna be no thing like you got yours and they got theirs, don't do that. You see what I'm saying? Because that way it's kind of like an even Steven thing. Because you got somebody and you're with your person, and then you see them with their person, and it's like you not in the middle no more. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I still wouldn't do it. But hey, if it had to be done, I would. It would have to be even Steven.
Salute to everybody in the building. I want to take a quick intermission before we close out. I gotta give my flowers out to a young lady, an artist. In fact, she's responsible for one of my intros. She reached out to me the other day, and we had a nice, extensive conversation. And it just came in my spirit to give her flowers. So we're gonna go to a quick intermission, then we're gonna come back and wrap up. So if y'all want to check her out, I think she's hella dope. I thought she was so dope that I even used her for King's Table mindset. So we're gonna go to this quick little intermission. Shout outs to Sister Grass. Let me give them the solo.
I walked down a path today, and I saw tons of apple trees. But I stopped at one, because this one grew blue apples. I decided, this is where I want to spend my day. I sat down, but before that, I gave the tree a hug. I stayed so long that I had time to comfortably consume 3 apples, spitting out the seeds every time I ate. I spit out the last one and threw the core. As I wiped my hands together to feel the stickiness of the sugar, I felt a rumble underneath me, making my heart race at light year speed. The tree, it slumped over me, and I jumped out of my skin, but I couldn't move my legs to run. The tree spoke, vibrating my body.
Please, do not be selfish. Don't reap the benefits from your experience here and just leave. You must tell the world about me.
Can you imagine an extraterrestrial disc jockey, like listening to radio waves from space with unbelievable back.
Ginger shook my teeth rotten. Crash course with a love life, started with a conversation so genuine. Hit fucking rock bottom. All of my rituals too cynical, left in needing critical attention. Shuffle my mentions on a playlist, all of my grand big moments. Ginger always my component. Ginger always got me lazy. Sleep up just to get up and get more of my craving. I used to be so short, this fast life now. No wife sipping to the end of life, but I'm seeing it a little different now. When I pour up something more expensive, how come the outcome can't just be happy hour? Cause this world got me so fucking sour. It was a privilege having Ginger here for a while, but I guess now, no more company. But I wanna be a good girl who dreams of a money shot. You know them kind of girls who are so pretty, and they want all the power. On second thought, no. Rocket boy. My heart is ticking away. No decoy. No. Rocket boy. My heart is ticking away. No decoy. There is no maxing out on maximizing over here. If you over here, take some notes. This is my year. I ain't giving up on what I feel. I ain't got no fears. Even if this lift shit grinding my gears, I wanna get free today. Put the guns away. No, rocket boy. My heart is ticking away. I'm built for this life in a different way. Want different joys, make different noise, different plays. Don't want my cloud so great, but I do love the brain. Heard what happens when niggas don't take their words seriously. Niggas out here sharing pain. How many times do I have to remind myself to get into something else before I find trouble for me? How many souls does it take to find the humble in me? She wanna stay but she can't. It hurts when I see what I see. She don't like what I am doing to me. Can't call it if I find her stays on the team. No telling what I am, the thing to just breathe. But I guess now, no more company. But I wanna be a good girl who dreams of a money shot. You know them kind of girls who are so pretty, and they want all the power. On second thought, no. Rocket boy. My heart is ticking away. No decoy. No. Rocket boy. My heart is ticking away. No decoy.
Shout outs to Sister Grass. That's a cool chick, man. I got to chop it up with her the other day. Like I said, man, humble. She got a lot of bangers like that too. Shout out to her. Just in case anybody want to tap in with her, man. If I'm not mistaken, she got some other stuff that she's working on right now. So I look forward to chopping it up with her. She's going to be pulling up to the show one of these days. You're going to see me and her cut it up. Be on the lookout for that in the future. But back to the segment at hand.
Yeah, that was a good performance, man, from her. Looking forward to that, man. Maybe she can get on here with us one day.
Yeah, it's going to more or less be a one-on-one. Yeah, we already done spoke about some things with that. We'll see though. We'll definitely see. I just wanted to give her flowers. I try to let the artists and the people know, you know, I support y'all over here. I randomly might just pull up a song of yours and play it for the stream. Right now, I'm trying to get somebody to pull up for one of these coming up this week. We'll see how that go. Fingers crossed. I don't want your ex at my house though. Period. Order them KFC, carry out, DoorDash. Um, nah, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't think a lot of people would be comfortable with that. To be honest with you, I don't, like the only thing that's keeping you connected to them is the fact that y'all share a kid. But if you didn't have children with them, I would not want you to be friends with your ex. Period. That's just me. It's too messy. I'm too old for mess. The question itself just was messy. Could you imagine being 45, 50 years old and nah, I don't have the patience for that. And no, I'm not competing. I'm not about to even get in the way of a potential reunion between you and the other person. Why did y'all break up? What there was one person more invested in the other person? Like how did that happen? How did you get to the point to where you moved on to somebody else? Are you really the only way stuff like this works is if they are just completely unattracted to each other. Like they done lost all types of physical feelings and all that. Outside that, I don't know. I'm not a gambler like that. But hey, to each his own. If it worked for you, cool. I don't like the odds. And it go back to communication. Like if you discuss all of this stuff up front at the very beginning of meeting them and y'all have these conversations and then you still decide to proceed, okay, I get that. But throwing that on somebody later on within the nah, I'm cool. Anything you want to add before we get up out of here?
Sure, no mind. Only thing I was gonna say on with this situation here is that it depends on the situation. Like, let's just say, you meet the person and you already, like I say, you gotta get to know people if they got red flags and all that. And I'm pretty sure if something like that would even take place, you would have had to seen this writing on the wall before it get to a point where they got to ask you that. That's, I mean, if you paying attention, and I'm not gonna say all people don't, but if you were paying attention, you would know whether or not that your current partner still got some feelings or whatever with the ex before it got to that point. But if you accepted the relationship, and that's what this is about, you accepting the relationship or you get to a point where it's marriage, I feel like there's people out there that can handle that, know that the relationship with their partner and their ex is over. It's been mature females that will befriend the ex. You see what I'm saying? Even though they got the man now, it's been situations like that where they get along. They know they kid around, the new person and all that. So all that's been done too. But to bring it all together like that, nah, I don't think that's a good idea because once again you're entertaining the possibility of what used to be and what is currently going on now, and you mixing it together. So I just don't think it's a good signal for either partner. Like if you the man in the middle and you got your ex and your current partner, you pretty much telling your ex that it's a possible chance that we can probably do something because we got this kid, maybe we can rekindle. And then you telling your current partner that, you know, maybe we gotta cool it, you know what I'm saying? And I go back over here. So this is yeah, it's not nah. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it long term, nah. I mean it's okay, but I will say it's okay for them to know of each other. I think that's important if you got a kid. They want to have conversations and all that, but nah, we're not gonna be buddy buddy and have dinner and make it a ritual and all that like we family. Nah, I don't think that's a good idea. That's it. That's all I got on it, bro.
I got you. I was just thinking, truth be told, whether or not they ate with you with your current situation or not, that lingering what if they decide to spin the block is going to be there regardless if they do.
And oh, let me also put this on here. If it's the other way around, and like I said, you in a relationship, and like you said, you're not going to be okay with your lady bringing the ex around. This is the red flag moment. If she asks you, could my kid's father come join us for dinner or whatever, and you know that you don't want to mingle with that, and you don't want to entertain none of that and all of that, and you shut that down and you say, "Nah, I can't do it. That's nah, he can't. They can't come here." And she hits you with, um, "So what you insecure?" Or they throw that out there to you and all of that. That's a huge red flag. That means she got interest for that person. That person. Any woman that say something like that to you, fellas, she still got feelings for that person she's asking about. And if that woman that you're currently with, if she's into you and she asks you the same question, first of all, she probably wouldn't even ask you that question. And second of all, she will respect your answer. She wouldn't come back with that bullshit like that. She will respect your boundaries and what you said. Any little talk back and they coming back with an answer, you need to leave her alone. Leave that broad because that means she doing something with that person, or she's gonna be doing something with somebody else. That's the facts.
Gaslighting 101. Well, look, we about to get up out of here, man. Salute to everybody who pulled up tonight. Appreciate y'all for joining us this evening. I hope you have a blessed night. Shout outs to Sister Grass. I'm gonna have to run through that playlist again, man. I know she got some other stuff. I'm gonna have to go check that out. But yeah, we out tomorrow. Enjoy your Sundays. We spinning back. Fresh new week. This is gonna be a good start to December. Not gonna want to miss these next few days. So yeah, we up out of here. Do me a solid before y'all go.
What's the goddamn button? How are we having a meeting tomorrow?
No meeting tomorrow.
We off
next week.
And that's why we should have got. Well, we'll get to that later. But these conversations should have had like a male and female on. That's
They
all.
couldn't make it. So
we'll work on that though.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Be out.
We them boys though. Don't forget.
You ain't beating the Niners.
5 rings.
You ain't beating the Niners.
5 rings.